Hello, everyone. Now, it might look like I'm looking at you, but I'm not. I'm actually looking at a tree. Because if I turn my head this way to look at now, watch this. I'm looking at you, but it looks like I'm looking at off to a different direction. So I'm going to look over here. If if I look in a different direction, I'm not knowing because I don't want to look at the camera because I don't know where I am or want to know where I am. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, I just want to let you know I'm supposed to be coming back to Disney the 19th next Saturday? No. 2 weeks from today. 2 weeks from today. Now, there's a situation at home here. Um, my mother has been getting worse and worse. She's got Alzheimer's and she had mild stroke, which basically now she talks, with that weird lisp. If anybody's known anybody who has had a stroke and how they don't sound 100%. Um, but after a while, she was doing all right. It was basically that she was still walking around and everything. And what happened is we were trying to give her a medicine. She would argue with us, and little did we know that she really wasn't taking her medicine. We thought that she did. She would tell us she did, and then I get a call. I'm at work. My brother's home alone. It's a long story. My youngest brother's slow, so they can't get the grasp of dialing the phone, the right number and stuff. So our friend was on speed dial. She called me, left work early, got to the house. She's sitting in the steering seat. It's right there like a zombie, but she did recognize me and stuff. Plus that day we had fun too because they had just shut the lights off, and what she was going to do that morning is to call to get the lights, the payment extended to like the end of the week. Long story short, my brother helped out with that. We got that done. But she was in the hospital not last week, the week before. This week they moved her to a what do you call it? A rehabilitation center to help her walk and stuff. So she's she tried to get up over. It was last week and tried to get up to go to the bathroom overnight. She fell. She's done that here. It's not good. Um, thank God her next door. She shares her room with another woman, and thank God that woman was still awake at the time. And they got the nurses in there to get her up and everything. I'm supposed to go see her later today, but I that's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm just gonna drop that because I don't want to miss sound. Woohoo! My mother's not. I'm sorry. It's hard to have content for Disney when I'm at home. I've said this before. Um, I don't want to just come on and make a video about nothing. Oh, here's something. I could react to a couple things in the news, but I don't know. Sometimes it's not good because sometimes Disney gets into politics, and I don't want to get into that. Um, I could talk to other things like Hatbox Ghost, where they're putting them. I have an idea about that, but I want to see what it looks like first. I've heard it, they're going to put him down that endless hallway. Now, if that's true, I'm thinking to myself, doesn't that hallway, isn't it built to make it look like it was long? I mean, as it's going down, they've built it to make it look like it's longer. Could the Hatbox Ghost not be like 5, 6 feet tall like it is at Disneyland? Could it be maybe in reality that big? And I don't know, not until I see what it looks like. It could be in front because somebody took a picture of the area where he was going, and I'm thinking there's a corner there that sits near the hallway. Somebody move that chair out, put him in the front. I have no problem with that. But if he's going down at the end of that hallway, he might be small. He might not be a real animatronic, and they're doing it to save money because it costs a lot of money to make these things. I feel so cheap, and if they put him there at the very end of the hall, and he's maybe like a foot tall. Yeah, but you get down there, it'll look. When you get down there, it would be a foot tall. When you're back, it looks like it's the end of a room, and he's probably about 5, 6 feet tall. So, um, that's an idea. I don't know. As I said, I gotta see what it looks like first. Um, Halloween party. Not going. Never have. Never been a fan of it. I just don't like Halloween. I don't like horror. I don't like none of that stuff. Um, God, it's been a long time. I remember last time I went out trick or treating, I was 15. I was dressed as Darth Vader. We're talking 1981. We're talking a long time ago. But I'm not a fan. I've never been a fan of Halloween. Christmas, though. Love Christmas. But they raise those prices or the Christmas party. Oh, I love going. It's hard to explain if you've never been to one. It's just, when you get into Magic Kingdom that day, there's a feeling in the air. It's hard to explain. It's just a very Christmassy feeling. It's the only way to explain it. I went for a couple of years in a row, and the last year I went, I think it was the last year I went with Josh and Jenna. It was 2019. Yeah, it was a couple of months before COVID hit. Yeah, I went with Josh and Jenna. No, I didn't go with them, and I gotta correct that. I was at the party by myself, and I had met Josh a couple of months earlier, the opening day of the Skyliner, and I just happened to put it was the castle ceremony. At that point in time, they had put the lights on the castle, and I had turned my phone on just to see if there was anybody here. Then I noticed Resort TV One, so I finally met up with Josh and Jenna. Um, Hung out with them most of the night. They got on Space Mountain. That's when we departed ways. I'm still a coward of Space Mountain. Weird though. I can go on Tron, but it's not Space Mountain. It's just I can't see anything in the dark. I always have this thing where I'm gonna get decapitated because it's so low in there. Uh, you know, I wouldn't even get on Tower of Terror or Everest. I love Big Thunder Mountain. I love Slinky Dog, and I also love the mine car. I know kiddie rides. Yeah, I know. I'll tell you, if you're in the back row of the mine car ride, oh my God, that's fun as hell. It's the most fun. I mean, it takes about an hour to get in through there, but just ask for the if you when you get it, just ask for the back. I didn't ask. I lucked out both times. I didn't have to ask because I was automatically in the back. I, I don't put my arms up, even though I love the ride. I don't put my arms up, and I can't do that. I still have to hold on. I'm gonna have to go in the ride for like 1,000 times before I decide I'm gonna put my arms up. Um, oh, the only thing I got to say about what do you call it? Former Splash Mountain. Uh, I'm not going on it. I'm not gonna go on it anymore. It's. I'm not gonna get into any further. It's just. No, I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not going on a new one. And you can't call me racist on that. I went on. I. I mean, it's just the whole situation was stupid. There was no reason for to do it. It's just that you get these owners are so scared of like a minority of people have to say. And there's a majority of us that let the minority take control. Happens all the time. Um, Let me see. Is there anything else? There's probably a lot of things, but I don't do. Let's see. The reason I don't do the Christmas party this year is the amount. I used to be 105. It's now 150. I think no, maybe higher than 179. No. Oh, homie, don't play that game. No, I will never, ever go to party now again. Unless I remember a friend of mine was going to it. This is 10 years ago. I think it was 10 years ago, or a little bit more than 10. It was around 2010, I think it was. We were hanging. He worked at Magic Kingdom at that point in time. He's now moved and he's all the way up in Albany, New York. Albany, Buffalo. I think it's Albany. But what happened is he and his wife were going to the Christmas party. And I says, how much were the tickets getting? $40 a piece. I was like, $40. I mean, at that point in time, I was thinking $40 is a lot for one person. That's the way I think. I do think that sometimes, it depends on how much money you have. If you don't have that much money, for a couple of weeks and stuff, $40 could be a lot. Sorry, I'm just. Oh, you can't see that. Okay, yeah, I'm turning around. I do not. I do not dare turn it around because I don't have control. Now I'm just holding this with my hand. I know I don't have a. I'm not using. I have a what do you call it? A stabilizer, but I'm not using it. Not for this. I mean, if I was going to go in the parks, I'd use a stabilizer. But and oh yeah, that's another thing. If I can get to the parks more often, I wouldn't mind posting this video or just go live on the Disney Worlders group itself. I probably wouldn't use YouTube. I'd probably use the Facebook. I don't know. I mean, I might just use it because I don't mind having this channel kept alive. I need some more subscribe. I need 62 people, I think, to get to 1,000 subscribers. But I need content. That's the problem. And if people are leaving, it's just because I haven't posted anything. That's all you guys know. I'm not posting things. I've thought the last couple of days, let me do this, but I've been paying bills, updating my stuff my mother usually does. And I've had, well, I not only am I taking it over this week, I'm taking it over for good because I'm finding a lot of stuff here we need to pay. I'm just having trouble with one of the accounts. We ordered new ATM cards a couple weeks ago before this all happened. One of the cards, for some reason, they found out was activated on the 21st of last month, and I was looking around. How's that possible? We never got the card. We think somebody stole it, but nobody went into the account. And the thing is, we got a mortgage bill to pay, and you can't get access to her account, to pay that bill. So I'm headed over there later, not to talk how you doing and stuff, to basically say, can you call the bank and tell them to transfer the money over? So we need to pay that bill off, or you're not gonna have a home. I mean, I'm flesh and blood. I don't know why I can't have access to it, but you need legal access to it. So I'm not gonna get into it. Because some people, there's always a turnover at the bank, especially my bank. I mean, people I used to talk to and everything are gone, and they got a new set of people in. I mean, I don't understand why they change. I mean, I could see them changing the employees over time, but the manager, I don't know. It's just the way. I've had like 7 different managers in like the last couple of years. It's like, wow, they must have really picked up changing things around. Plus, you hear horror stories of what's going on behind the scenes at the bank. Some people are stealing the money and stuff. I just don't know what to do anymore. Let me see. Is there anything else before I go off? Yeah. When I go back the 19th, my youngest brother, he may be in his early 50s, but he's slow. So a friend is coming over. He's gonna spend a day with him, take him out and do stuff. I'm gonna meet my other friend, Stacy. She lives about half an hour from here, and we take the back roads because ever since the accident a couple of years ago, I don't want to drive the I-4 by myself. I have no trouble driving with a ton of people, but not by myself. I would feel more comfortable with other people in the car. But she likes to take the back roads and the farmland. I don't blame her. I'm like, hey, I don't care as long as we get there. So, I got a reservation for Epcot. Probably stay most of the day and then go to Magic Kingdom, finish off there. I'm gonna try to hit Tron again if we can. We went the last time. Last time I was on Tron, our boarding group got called directly right after Happily Ever After ended, so we got to do it at night. Oh my God, that launch! Whew, that sucker took off like a bat out of hell. I didn't realize I was that fast. Other friends have been trying to get me in Guardians. I have nothing against Guardians, but I want at least with my heart condition, because I got a weak muscle in there along with the other muscles that are still strong. I want to hit this a couple more times to get used to it. So when I get on Guardians, I can feel if I can do 2 more times with my heart on for Tron, I'll give Guardians a try. See what happens there. Um, until I do that with Tron, Guardians gonna hold off for a bit. All right, let me let you guys go. I don't know if I'm gonna make another video this week. It depends if anything comes up. I mean, I wouldn't mind bringing some things up with news and stuff. It's just I don't know what's gonna go on. All right, guys. I hope I don't take another couple months to talk to you again. Catch you later.